comes from the director of the National Treasure movies and stars Jason Statham. Scientists discover a whole new world under the ocean, but in this undiscovered section of water, a new threat emerges and soon reaches the actual ocean, known only as the Megalodon. So I did see this movie last weekend actually, but unfortunately I was not able to review it all this past week because of some family issues. So now, here is my review for The Meg. Surprisingly enough, I was excited for The Meg. Who doesn't want to watch a shark destroy a bunch of boats and eat a billion people? Movies like that are super entertaining, and The Meg is exactly the same. This film is over the top ridiculous, very stupid, but at the same time, very fun to watch. And I really don't think there is too much to talk about when it comes to the review for The Meg, because going into the film, I'm pretty sure most people know what they are getting into. It's not supposed to be all that serious. A lot of this movie is going to be very funny to the audiences, and I laughed a ton with The Meg. It didn't matter when they were trying to be funny or trying to be serious. Regardless, I laughed throughout this movie because this is so stupid in some instances. But like I said, The Meg is a giant end of summer popcorn blockbuster film. It is so over the top. This Megalodon thing is tearing up sea creatures, people, boats, everything you can imagine in the ocean, and it's really fun to watch, extremely entertaining, especially when Jason Statham goes head to head with this thing. You wouldn't believe how many times certain characters almost die, but then they escape at the last second. That's what this movie is. You have so many scenes just like that, and you roll your eyes. Everything that happens, basically, would never happen in real life. In fact, this is an extinct creature. So this movie is already very fictional, and many of the scenes further illustrate how fictional this movie actually is. I have to say though, this is a very typical Jason Statham movie. He is always in these super stupid action movies in the summertime, and once again, The Meg is just like that. Jason Statham, I thought, was one of the bright spots of The Meg. He kills it in these kinds of movies. I always love seeing him in films just like The Meg. So yes, I did have a very good time with The Meg in certain points. I was on the edge of my seat. There are a lot of jump scares here that caught me off guard. A few of them were clever, but most of them were not. The best part of the movie is that you will be entertained. However, The Meg certainly has some flaws that kept it from being better than it could have been. I mentioned how there are plenty of stupid moments in The Meg. Yeah, there are a lot of really dumb moments. I have no idea why they're in there. There are some scenes and some shots you're like, why is that important? Why did the director feel like that needed to be shown in that shot in particular? It makes absolutely no sense. A few scenes, you're just like, what was the point of that? That is hilarious. It was trying to be a lot more serious than it was, but no, I don't know what they were going for. It felt like they were trying to catch you off guard, even though the movie was practically over at that point. And for some reason, they decided to throw some of these things in here. There was also this plot twist that happens, which made no sense. What was the point of it? And it made me question the name of the movie, The Meg. So now I have no idea why it's just called The Meg. It makes no sense. I'm not going to spoil that for you guys who have not seen it. And there were just a few other things that I felt this movie could have done to make it better overall as a product. Maybe having a rated R movie instead of a PG-13 movie would have made more sense, but I understand they were trying to make as much money as possible, and many kids can't see rated R movies, but still, I feel like they could have made this movie a tad bit more violent, had more people get eaten, and even some creative decisions I feel could have been added in there to make the movie better too. So overall, I did have fun with The Meg. It was an entertaining movie about a giant shark tearing up boats and people, but there definitely could have been some things done for The Meg that would have made it better, and unfortunately they didn't go down some creative routes, and I have no idea why. I'm giving The Meg a 59%, just barely misses that fresh rating, and that's because they just didn't do enough for me to make the movie better. I went in there thinking it would have been a pretty good, entertaining movie, and it was for the most part, but ultimately there were a few creative decisions I did not agree with, which is why this movie did not get a fresh rating from myself. So for those of you who have seen the Meg, let me know down below in the comment section what your thoughts are of it. Wow, it seems like the end of summer 2018 has finally come. I may go see another movie or two before it is officially over, but that is still to be determined. I know there are plenty of movies coming out this fall I will review, and I also have a few other pretty good videos coming out for you guys. If you are new to my channel, click that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.